Alright, a new poll blog came out, which means it's more content for me to milk on my YouTube channel. Now, this is one's kind of weird because I don't like Last Man Standing, so I can't really talk about like game balance or like insight as to, like the changes they're making for the point system, looting system, or the starting equipment and loadouts, because I'm not good enough to have any say on any of that, and I don't believe that YouTubers who don't know what they're talking about should talk about that content. So that's why I always harass shitty YouTubers like Asukayen or Theoatrix, because they really are shit at the game and shouldn't be giving any advice. So for that reason, I'm not going to be talking about any of these three sections just because I'm shit at LMS and I don't feel like I have the right to talk about it. I really like Travessa's content. I think he's a good PvPer from what I've seen on his videos. So maybe watch him for advice on that. But, I can talk about the rewards that they're pulling out because they affect the entire game. So here we go. First one, I actually haven't read these yet, so you have to bear with me. Should we add tradable imbue scrolls to the reward shop? There'll be an alternative way of imbuing rings to what NMZ offers. Okay, so you will not be able to trade your imbued items back to the NMZ shop for NMZ points. So that's interesting to me. Like from a coding standpoint, it's like, how are they coding this? Like, how are they going to tell the difference from a ring that was imbued at NMZ from a ring that was imbued with the scrolls? Like, are they just going to make an entirely new item for these new rings? That'd be interesting, I don't really have a problem with this. I like the idea of having alternative ways to imbue rings because I was one of the people who never liked the fact that you imbue rings from NMZ. I already think NMZ is already too rewarding for what it is. Like intrinsically, it's already like the best training method unless you do like shit with alts. So, I'm a big fan of this, but something to watch out for is the price because currently NMZ points are worth like 1.1 points because of 1.1 GP per point because of the herb boxes. And at 650k GP per 650k points, you're looking at maybe 700k worth of herbs that won't come into the game because people are dumping those on each ring imbue. It's something like 7 million points to imbue all the rings. So if you use those with imbue scrolls instead, you can spend that 7.7 million gold of herbs that's coming into the economy for every person who's imbuing rings with the scrolls instead of NMZ points. So it could have a minor effect on the herb economy, but other than that, I don't really see any issue with this. I say it's likely for me to vote yes. Should we add a tradable teleport tablet that teleports you to level 33 wilderness to the LMS reward shop? Okay, that wording is kind of weird, but okay. This teleport tablet will place you in single-way combat area between the bears and spiders in the wilderness. Currently players who are blah blah blah, yada yada yada. Untradable. Oh no, it is tradable. Tradable teleport tablet purchased from LMS reward shop. Teleport you to a single way combat zone. Green circle. I'm guessing the blue circles are the other teleport locations. I'm not really a big fan of Teleportscape. I feel like we have enough ways to get around, and I'm personally not a big fan of this teleport spot because that's where you go if you have a Fountain of Ruin clue step. Or I guess you could like just go up instead and then like teleport out that way from like the obelisk. Because like right now what you can do is like you just run down and teleport out that way. But I guess like this way would be faster too. Just in general, I don't support any kind of change that makes it easier for PKers to PvP. I mean PK PVMers. I can't really call it PvPing because like realistically, if you're doing something like Venenatis, Callisto, you're not gonna have a chance to fight back. Like Venenatis can combo you out for 100 when you're off tick. It's just not fair. Callisto has a huge ass stun, and like the fact that when you're doing these activities, you're gonna be in here that's not meant for PvPing, so already at a disadvantage. I mean, like the favors already shifted so heavily in the PKers' favor. You don't need to give them more ways to kill PVMers. That's a definite no from me. Should we add an ability to purchase a token from the LMS reward shop as described in the blog? This tradable token will allow players to increase the daily number of spellbook switches on the magic and max capes to 10. Okay. It doesn't really make a difference because you can just use the POH thing anyway. So, sure, why not? Should we add the ability to purchase an occult necklace to the LMS reward shop as described in the blog? The attachment will have the magic bonus but double the magic accuracy of the regular occult necklace. What's described in the blog. PK detachment will be lost on dev. So I guess the idea is like it makes it easier for barrages to land, but like at the cost of one max hit. Is it one max hit? Because it's just 2.5, and 2.5 isn't always one max hit. So you might not even lose one max hit. I would like to see the magic bonus completely removed. For now, I'll have to think more on this one. I'll think more about like how it affects accuracy. For now, it's a yes, because I feel like a minor change in magic accuracy like that won't make a big difference. Not like 2.5% magic damage makes that much of a difference either if it's not a max hit. So, you know, I have to think a bit more about this. For now, it's a yes, though. For a while now, members of the community have been asking ways to produce magic weapons with special attacks. The Dragonfire staff was one of the suggestions utilizing a special attack. I wanted to read this one because it sounded like a new thing. Players will be able to purchase the bottled dragon breath from LMS reward shop and use on a staff of the dead to engulf the staff in flames and create the Dragonfire staff. Unreversible, okay. Dragonfire staff. Wait, I'm gonna assume the staff is untradeable then, right? If it's not reversible. Dragonfire staff will have the same stats and requirements as Staff of the Dead, but have a special attack that fires a magical fireball at your opponent, hitting similar to Ballista spec. Okay, so some key takeaways here. 65% to use. That is very high. AGS is only 50%. Dragon Claws is only 50%. Those specs are still better. And because this is Dragonfire, right? I'm guessing you can anti-fire it. So it's just like worse than the other ones. I mean, people are asking for a magic spec, I guess. So I guess this is something, but it's like if it hits similar to Ballista spec and it can be reduced by anti-fire, because I'm assuming it can be reduced by anti-fire because it is a Dragonfire staff, right? So why wouldn't you just use a Ballista instead? I don't understand it. I vote yes to it because I don't feel like it'll make a difference. So, you know, sure, I guess. Why not? Runic Orbs. Inventory space is generally considered a problem for players who like to PK on the normal spellbook, either as their main. I don't understand. Oh, okay, I get it. Because if you're on aim, okay. When I'm like reading the Runic Orbs, like then I understand, because it's like if you're PKing on Ancients, you just need the runes for Ice Barrage and maybe Blood Barrage. That's it. But like the runes for Teleblock and Bind and like the spell you use are like 9 different runes or something like that. Like, cause like I'm seeing it now, like when I read the orbs, so you use the orbs, and the orbs are like replace the 3 runes that you normally have if you're on the Ancient spellbook. So it's like you still have like one, and because it doesn't store combo runes, it's still basically like you have like one orb for each of the different spell types. And okay, that's a good change. I understand what's going on now. Tradable Runic Orbs will require 100 casts of spells to be added into them in order to activate it, making it usable. Okay, up to 1,000. Okay. So they store up to 1,000 runes, but they can only be used if you cast 100 of that spell. If you add at least 100 of that spell, so it adds a lot of risk to this. Okay, I understand what's going on now. Sort of like the rev weapons, how you need a certain amount of ether in them for them to work. Does that mean if you add 100, you can't use it after you cast 1? It's like you want to add like 100 plus however many you actually want to use. I said before that I don't like updates that make it easier for people to get like PK'd, but you know, I actually like this one because it's like a normal spellbook is objectively unbalanced, like it's really shit compared to the other ones. I don't mind this one. I don't care if it makes me easier to be PK'd. Like 9 runes is ridiculous, okay? And if you're being PK'd, it doesn't matter how much inventory space the other person has, because if you get PK'd, binded, shit like that, you're gonna not use any inventory slots from them anyways. Like the amount of food they have doesn't matter. So like if you're just strictly being PK'd, then this doesn't make any difference The only difference it makes is like in actual PvP scenarios. And PvPers, you know, if they want to fight each other, I'm all for that because I'm not having any of it. But like PvPers fighting each other takes them away from them fighting people who don't have anything to do with PvP. So, you know, good for them. Maybe it doesn't make PvPers fight each other more. I'll vote yes to all of these. Unworldly bracelet. You would like to offer a tradable Ethereum scroll that, when applied to the bracelet of Ethereum with 1,000 revenant ethers and any of the RFD gloves, will create an unworldly bracelet. This bracelet will have distinct colors to represent the... Okay. Alright, so it's just like combines Barrel's gloves with, well, not just Barrel gloves, because like if you're pure, you have like Addy gloves or something, I don't know, with the Revenant bracelet. Okay, sure. Why not? Go for it. Helps regular players too. Tradable scroll will have a one-time use to unskull the player. This is, I'm guessing, because they took away unsculling from Clan Wars. Alright, yeah, of course. It's a scroll that unskulls you once every 10 minutes. Good. Okay. I'm okay with this. We would offer a tradable attachment to upgrade the Amulet of Avarice. This upgrade will allow the player to use the protect item prayer without draining prayer when worn. Interesting. Upgrade will be tradable. I don't know. So it's a change that like I think just doesn't matter because like protect item doesn't really use prayer anyways. Sure, why not? I guess, but I think it's kind of useless. Okay, purchase clue scrolls from LMS reward blog. This is the kind of change where you really want to see how many points it will cost, because like this is the kind of change where like that affects clue hunting meta. So you want to like see how many points per hour you get on average in LMZ, like if you're good, if you're bad, whatever. But you want to see how long, you want to like have estimates of how long it will take you to get each clue scroll tier. So without knowing how much it costs for each of the tiers, I cannot vote yes to this update. Outer Maul, +3 strength, +10 attack. Sure, weapon is almost dead content right now. I use it in CM solos for Tecton, but that's about it. Damaron set. Oh, this is from the warding one, right? I said this was going to be useless, or like near useless. So I said, why not? Sure, go for it. That sounds toxic as fuck, sure. It doesn't make any difference to the game, but like, you know, it sounds funny. Why not? Go for it. And because this is an update blog, right? So it's like actual. I forgot this isn't a poll blog. This is an actual update blog because they actually updated stuff. Inactivity timer, sure. Yeah, I don't really care about. Wait. The line of sight updates are already in PvP already. It's pretty nice. Okay. So it doesn't apply to PVM. No major changes there, but you know. I like this block. They have a lot of really good rewards here that affect like non-PvPers too, so they have a good balance. Lots of good reasons to vote for these. I like it. Good job, Jagex. Alright, thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.